Anyway, this stuff is like snot. Hey everybody, Lucinda Swirl here. New day, new tumbler project. We are not doing a Halloween tumbler today. Yay! I'm trying to keep a flow of non-Halloween along with Halloween stuff going on here. We are going to do something I've wanted to do for a while. This has been in my list of ideas to try. It's not new, it's a peekaboo of a sort. Today we are going to do a tumbler. Yay! Here's how we're going to start. I have a 30-ounce skinny straight from Makerflow. I sanded it, washed it, spray painted it flat white with Rust-Oleum 2X matte white paint. And I am going to put some resin on it. I'm going to mix up 30 milliliters of Tumblers coating epoxy from the epoxy resin store. I will link to everything below. Into that, I am going to mix some Crafter's Choice Super Sparkle White Diamonds mica powder and some Carmella. I think it's a regular white from Franz Glitter and More. And I'm going to put that on the cup. That's how we're going to start. We are going to get ourselves a white glitter cup to start. And then once this sets up tomorrow, we'll come back and we'll go on to the next step. So sit back and enjoy the show. And we're back. Okay, so this is set up and dry to the touch. I did a little light sanding on it already, which is not a problem. We are going to use removable vinyl. We're going to do a peekaboo of a sort. The sanding won't affect this at all because eventually resin will be put on the places that show and all the sparkle will come back. So this is not like putting on a water slide or a clear vinyl label where you have to make sure everything looks shiny and finished underneath whatever you're putting on. So I'm just going to get going. I'm going to put stars all over this. Speed things up. Obviously, I won't make you watch the whole thing. I just want you to get the gist of it. All right, we have got this covered with stars. They're quite random, which is what I was going for. The next thing I'm going to do is put this on an arm so I can take it out to my garage and spray paint it. So I'll go do that and I'll bring it back here and we'll go on to the next steps. Okay, I have sprayed this tumbler with a layer of Rust-Oleum 2X in Midnight Blue. And now I'm going to brush on 4 different liquid micas. These are from the Crystalac store. I will link to everything below. We have Galaxy, which was by far the favorite when I made a tumbler with all of these. I have a couple others. I have regular gold and silver I'm not using in this video. Even with those added in, everybody liked the Galaxy the best, so I'm definitely using it this time. And I'm also going to use a champagne gold, copper, and rose gold, which honestly I think this looks like copper and this looks like bronze, but whatever. That's what we're calling them. That's what we're using. And I'm going to brush all of these on here. I'm going to use a dry brush technique. Grab a little bit of paper here. The last time I tried this as a dry brush, meaning that you get a little bit on your brush, but then you tap off most of it, so it's almost like you're brushing dry, even though these are liquid. That's the concept of a dry brushing. It really didn't show up much. It was in the Wild Thing foil video. I'll link to that below. And I'm hoping that things will show up more. I want more visibility this time, so I may not do as much of the tapping off. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, this stuff is like snot, I decided, and it still is. It's a lot like snot. All right. Isn't that beautiful? It's a, in case you haven't figured it out, it's a color shifting mica that's in here. I think I'm gonna let this dry and then we'll come back and we'll do the next one. But I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit so that I'm not just getting a new color on the brush and brushing off everything I've just put on. Okay, we're back. This has dried for not quite half an hour and it's a little sticky in spots, but it's mostly dry and I think that will be perfect. I don't think this will disappear. So I'm gonna do a little lighter brushing with these three and I'm gonna go light to dark. We'll see how it goes. Again, very, very Snot-like. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm going to let this dry as well. And then we're going to come back and we are going to remove the removable vinyl and see where we are. Okay, everything is dried. It's been about 20 more minutes. So obviously the Galaxy, which I put on a little more of, took a little longer to dry than these three metallics. And now we're going to pull our stars. I won't make you watch the whole thing, but I'll give you an idea by doing a couple of them here. Okay, I think I got them all. Pretty sure, including the one on the bottom. So now I'm going to put a layer of resin on this. And then I think we will assess where we are. We may not be done with it. I will wait and see how I feel about it once it has another layer of resin on it. I won't put anything into the resin. It'll just be a layer of clear resin. All right, so this is how it looks. It's beautiful. Let me start by saying the obvious. I think it's gorgeous. I don't know if the shift comes through. Yeah, I'll explain this in a sec. I don't know if the shift comes through in the Galaxy. It's a little less obvious now than it was before I put resin on it for some reason, but you can still see it. From my perspective right here, it goes purple at the edge of the cup and then it's more of a blue right in the center of the cup. So anyway, when I came in here and saw it this morning after it had, the resin I put on had set up, I didn't really know what would happen next. When I initially came up with this idea, and it's not original by any stretch, it's a Peekaboo. The only thing I did maybe a little differently is the liquid mica part. But I was hoping this would be a done deal. Or maybe I'd put a saying on it, something like reach for the stars, something like that, and it would be done. But truthfully, it feels to me, I mean, it's a beautiful cup, but it feels to me like it's sort of lacking. In retrospect, were I to do this over, I might pick a different shape. The reason I went with the white glitter base was because I was doing stars, and stars are usually kind of white and twinkly-ish. But honestly, I'm thinking it's kind of pretty, but it needs something else. Red, white, and blue. I'm gonna go to Old Glory here, getting out some red stars that are the exact same shape as the stars I cut originally that I used for the Peekaboo. I made an offset that goes 0.05 inches outside and also an inset that goes 0.05 inches inside the edge of the star. Okay. Let's see. Just gonna give some pressure here. Okay. I think it looks beautiful. I'm very happy with how it turned out. So next up is going to be a layer of KS Liquid Stone Ultra UV because there's some white here, so I want to give it the extra UV protection that provides. And that means the next time you see this, we should be out in the sunshine. Stay tuned.